Good morning from the bean. Yeah. It's like hot lava. Can you not come in here? Are you not allowed in the kitchen? What are you doing? What are you doing, Bean? He's so crazy. Okay, so I'm having a girls' day with one of my friends, so we decided to get some pizza. I don't normally get Hungry Howie's pizza, but this looks really good, and it was super cheap. And I'm basically just living off of carbs at this point in my life, so yay!
So we found this show, and it's called like Mysteries of the Museum or something. That's the most interesting show in the world. We watched one on Annabelle, like the actual doll Annabelle, and then we watched another one on a bridge that collapsed, and we watched another one on Houdini and like his unpickable handcuffs. All kinds of fun stuff. It's awesome. In case you guys were wondering, yes, this is the way that we like to roll. It's like crazy stuff, theme parks, 2 days off, relaxing, watching Walking Dead, watching crazy museum shows. This one's about Butch Cassidy and William T. Phillips. Are they the same person? We don't know. There was 2 mammoths that they found that it's so hard to explain because it's like mind-boggling that they show these things. Like, it's just so interesting to me, at least. They found these 2 skeletons of 2 mammoths that had their tusks locked together, and they both died in battle, which doesn't really happen with elephants, they say. But these 2 were unique because both of them were missing one tusk. Like, one of their tusks was broken halfway down. Both of them were like that. So when they like became entwined in battle, their longer tusks like wrapped around each other's heads, so they couldn't come undone, and then they slipped on the ground, they fell on the ground, and they were stuck there, and they died together. That's like super interesting stuff. Why the heck did it take us this long to make an interesting show about mammoths? Consequently, it's also time for us to stop watching this and start watching a movie. We just haven't quite figured out which movie yet, but we will. We got drawn into another episode before we started watching this movie, which we're gonna watch Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. But what they were saying is that the most valuable substance on Earth isn't diamonds or gold. You guys know what it is? It's moon rocks. Like, they're more valuable than diamonds or gold. And then some kid from NASA who's like interning at NASA, he's like, yes, I know what I'll do. I'll steal some moon rocks. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Don't steal any moon rocks from NASA. Like, you think you're not gonna get caught? Who do you sell moon rocks to? And they're like, we found a prestigious buyer of moon rocks. Really, if you're selling moon rocks, you're gonna get caught. Because the buyer of moon rocks, there are no buyers of moon rocks. They're the police. That's the way that it works. This guy wasn't the police. He actually was a buyer of moon rocks, but he contacted the police. I'd like to know if anybody out there is a buyer of moon rocks. Alright, we just finished watching Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. You guys want my honest review of it? It was pretty terrible. Until, like, the last, maybe, like, 20 minutes? Last 20 minutes were pretty dang awesome. The rest of the movie was like, why are we watching this? Like, you know how I don't know if you guys have seen Paranormal Activities, but if you've seen them, you know that they have a lot of like really, like, they just like a lot of jump scares. Nothing's really scary about them, but there's like all these things that just happen and you're like, oh, ah. That didn't happen until the last 20 minutes of this movie, which the last 20 minutes were pretty awesome. And as with, well, I won't tell you any spoilers, but it was good. The last 20 minutes were good. I enjoyed the last 20 minutes immensely. The rest of it I could have done without. So, on to a different subject. Halloween Horror Nights, because I just looked over and saw our lanyards, which are hanging up right there. And I, for whatever reason, was thinking about how earlier I was flipping through the radio. I heard Turn Down for What? And I was like, Bill and Ted's. Because they play that song in the show, and it's just like, well, I think we may have gone too many times, but we're still going to go back. Also, another side note, my friend Jim was just texting me about Apple Pay, and I wanted to see if any of you guys had a chance to try out Apple Pay on Monday. It's Tuesday now for me and Wednesday for you guys. But I want to see if over these 3 days, if anybody got a chance to try out Apple Pay. And I know you guys with your Androids have been doing it for a while. Maybe you guys with an Android that have done it for a while saw it with an Apple and were like, oh, that's amazing, or oh, my Android does it way better than that. I know that I just like opened up a crazy argument in the comments, but I kind of want to hear what everybody's opinion is on Apple Pay and this whole like near field communication paying thing, because we've got the Magic Bands and we can't pay with the Magic Bands because we're not staying at a hotel, because there's something going on where you can only use the Magic Bands to pay if you're staying at a hotel because it's charging to your room rather than straight to your credit card. I don't know why it's like that. But when you have your iPhone or your Android device, you can tap to pay with your phone, which is pretty neat and apparently really fast. But I don't know, never done it and I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. Anywho, it's time for me to go to bed. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.